Hello everybody, I, Bhumika Vasiani, welcome you all to learn English with Saraswati Group of Education. In the previous session, we went through the explanation part and we came to know that Mr. Toad has tried now by taking the car away without somebody's permission. And he has started driving fast. Now he was moving on the street as the king of the street, right? And because he was speeding, a police officer was chasing him, and at last he was caught. When the police officer demands his license, he says, "What license? I don't need any license." And now let us see what does the police officer has to say when he is asking for license. On hearing the answer of Mr. Toad, what is the police officer's reaction?
License. Soon, Mr. Toad found himself in a court of law, guilty of stealing a car, driving dangerously, and cheeking the police. The clerk, on being asked by the chairman about the penalty, said a mild 12 months for the theft, a lenient 4 years for furious driving, and 15 years for the bad sort of cheek. The policeman dragged Mr. Toad from the courthouse to a grim dungeon where he was handed over to the jailer. In this remote dungeon of a strong castle, Mr. Toad was kept as a prisoner. Do you think this was a fair punishment? Was the penalty in proportion to the offences committed by Mr. Toad?
In the previous session, we had come across that Mr. Toad has already started his adventure and he was trying on somebody else's car. He sat in somebody else's car and he started driving also, and he was speeding up and going here and there. But the traffic police chased him and caught him. Now let us see what happens next. And when the traffic police asked for his license, he was telling, "License? I don't need any license." Now let us see what is happening. Let us go to page number 3. Next moment, Mr. Toad was seen standing in the court of law. He was found guilty of stealing a car, driving dangerously, and cheeking the police. That means now, as he said that I don't need any license, the traffic police caught him and presented him in front of the court, in front of the judge. Now he was standing in the court and he was found guilty of stealing a car, that he was found responsible for stealing a car. He took the car without anybody's permission, right? That means he stole a car. Driving dangerously, as he was speeding up, he was driving dangerously. And cheeking the police. Cheeking the police means disrespecting the police. Mr. Clerk, will you tell us what is the very stiffest penalty for such kind of offence? Asked the chairman. Now, the presenter asked the person who was in charge over there in the court that, "Can you please tell us what is the toughest punishment for this?" The clerk scratched his nose with his pen. Some people would consider, he observed, that stealing the motor car was the worst offense. And so it is. Now the clerk is telling that stealing a motor car was the very bad thing. But driving dangerously and cheating the police undoubtedly carry the severest penalty. And so they ought. And he is telling that cheating the police, that means disrespecting the police and driving dangerously is the severe thing, dangerous thing. And it carries the very tough penalty, severest punishment. Supposing you were to say 12 months for the theft, which is mild, and 4 years for the furious driving, which is lenient. Now let me stop here and explain you that he is telling that it is 12 months punishment for stealing the car, and that also is a mild punishment for stealing the car, 12 months, and 4 years for the furious driving, that is also a mild punishment for dangerous driving, wild driving, and 15 years for the cheek, which was pretty bad sort of cheek. And Mr. Clerk is telling that you are going to get 15 years of punishment for disrespecting the policeman, the traffic controller, which is a very bad thing. Those figures, if added together correctly, tot up to 20 years. Now Mr. Clerk is telling that if we add up all these punishment, the years, if we put together, it will become 20 years of punishment. Okay. Now let us go to page number 4 and find out what is happening next. An excellent suggestion, said the chairman approvingly. Now the chairman, the in charge, the judge, he's telling that it is a very good suggestion, Mr. Clerk. Prisoner, it's going to be 20 years for you this time. And mind, if you appear before us again upon any charge, whatever, we shall have to deal with you very seriously. Now the judge is telling Mr. Toad that yes, you are going to be punished for 20 years this time. And that punishment of 20 years, can you imagine? They are calling it as a mild punishment. And the judge is warning Mr. Toad, that once more if he appears in front of him in the court, then he will be given punishment very harshly, very seriously. Then the brutal minions of the law fell upon the hapless Mr. Toad. Now what happened? As soon as the judge called the punishment, the policemen, the minions of the law, that means policemen, came there in the court and holded Mr. Toad. Poor Mr. Toad, he is hapless. He is feeling that he is unfortunate. Okay, so they held Mr. Toad very tightly. They loaded him with chains and dragged him from the courthouse. Now, as you can see in the picture, he was fully covered in the chains, and then he was taken out of the court. Mr. Toad shrieked and protested across the marketplace, where the spectators attacked him with carrots and popular catchwords. Now, Mr. Toad, as he was taken out of the court, he screamed and he protested, that means objected, that no, I don't want to go to prison, and that too for 20 years. He objected, and across the marketplace, where all the guards attacked him with carrots and popular catchwords, that means popular names to be called to a criminal. So all the guards were watching him and caught him. He passed under the frowning archway of grim old castle, taken to a castle, old castle, and he was passing from the passage, and all the people standing in the passage, they were frowning at him. He passed guard rooms full of grinning soldiers off duty who coughed in a horrid, sarcastic way at him. Now he was taken through the passage where all the sides guard rooms were there, and their guards were sitting. They were smiling broadly. And the soldiers who were there, they were coughing in a very scary manner. Sarcastic way. That means they were not actually coughing, but they were mocking at Mr. Toad. They were making fun of Mr. Toad. He passed men at arms in casket of steel, darting threatening looks at him. Now he is passing through the passage where both the sides soldiers are there. They are standing there. And he is chained in the steel chains. And he was moving quickly. All were giving him frightening looks. Threatening looks means frightening looks. He passed the thumbscrew room. Now where his chains were to be screwed once more, tightened up. So he passed through that room also. At last, they reached the door of the grimmest dungeon. Now passing through all the passages, Mr. Toad has reached to very unpleasant jail, unpleasant room. Okay? That lay in the heart of the innermost keep. That means that unpleasant room of the jail is very, very deep in the castle. There are, at last they passed, where an ancient gaoler sat fingering a bunch of mighty keys. Now he has reached to the unpleasant jail room where a gaoler, that means a jailer, is sitting, and he is holding a bunch of keys. Very big keys he has. "Odds bodikins," said the sergeant of police, taking off his helmet and wiping his forehead. Now here odds bodikins is a way of greeting. He is greeting the new criminal, the new person who has come to his jail. He is taking off his helmet and wiping his forehead. "Wake up and take over from us this vile Toad, a criminal of deepest guilt and matchless artfulness and resource." Now the policeman who had come to drop Mr. Toad to the jail, he is telling to the jailer that please take away this morally bad person from us and please watch him carefully. He is very cunning. Watch and ward him with all your skill. That means keep an eye on him, guard him properly with all your skills. Oh God, now Mr. Todd has reached the jail and he is chained all over his body. Let us go to page number 5 and see what happens next. The gaoler nodded grimly, laying his withered hand on the shoulder of the miserable Mr. Toad. Now the jailer is welcoming Mr. Toad. That, oh Mr. Toad, I have heard about you. Now you come in my jail. I'll show you how to be in proper discipline. He kept his hand on his shoulder, on Mr. Toad's shoulder. The rusty key creaked in the lock. The great door clanged behind them. And Mr. Toad was a helpless prisoner in the remotest dungeon of the best guarded keep of the stoutest castle in all the length and breadth of merry England. Now this means the rusty key creaked in the lock. That means the jailer has put the key in the lock to lock the door, to lock the great door. That means very big door which clanged behind him. He closed the door and that was clanging is the noise of the door. And Mr. Toad was a helpless prisoner. He was helpless as he was punished and he was chained all through his body. He was helpless. And where was he? In the remotest dungeon. That means he was in the underground prison in a castle very far away. And how was the prison? The prison was the best guarded keep of the stoutest castle. That means the ancient castle, the old castle was very strong. And this jail was in that castle. It was very long and very wide, very broad, and which was in England.
See, this happens when we are not prepared, when we are not thoughtful that whatever we are going to do will be. This happens when we are not thoughtful enough of the actions which we are going to do. We have not thought of the consequences. Consequences means the after effects. That if I am doing something, what will happen after that? If I am taking 1, 2, 3 steps, what would happen next? So, there is nothing wrong in trying the new things, having adventurous things. But we should always be prepared for the consequences, prepared for the things or the actions which will come in front of us if something goes wrong. Okay, here the same thing happened. Poor Mr. Toad, he was just trying to have a little bit of fun. But the first thing, he did not take the permission of the car owner to take the car and go for a ride. Second thing, he was speeding too much. He was driving the car in too much speed. So what happened? He was caught by the policeman. And when he was caught by the policeman, when the policeman asked certain questions to Mr. Todd, Mr. Todd just refused for answering anything. And because of that, because of disrespecting the policeman, he was taken to the court. Now, so many various charges were put upon him when he was taken to the court. That you have done this, that, and he got the punishment at the end of total 20 years. Just think. And then too, the judge was telling that Mr. Todd, you are just getting the punishment of 20 years for now. If you do anything wrong and you come in front of us and you come in the court again, we will deal with you with harsh. Oh my God. So, better is to think first and then act upon something. Along with this video lecture, you are going to get a worksheet which you are going to do as homework. In the worksheet, you will find two questions. Question 1 is fill in the blanks by choosing the correct word from the word box. Okay, you will get some blanks and you will get some words as hints. And you have to choose it correctly and fill in the blank. The fill in the blanks will be, the statements will be taken from the lesson itself, the chapter which we have studied just now. So please go through once more if needed. And question number 2 will be state whether the statements are true or false. Again, those statements will be taken from the thing, from the part which we have learned, from the whole chapter which we have learned. Okay, so please go through the video lectures once again or read the lesson from the textbook if needed to find the correct answer, whether this statement is true or whether this statement is false. Okay, now there are two ways of doing the worksheet, as I said earlier also. Either you can take the printout of the worksheet if you wish and you can write the answers in the same, or you can copy the worksheet in your rough book and write the answers in it. Okay? If you are choosing the option of writing in the rough book, please be careful of neatness. You have to write neatly and without spelling errors. Okay? Along with this worksheet, worksheet 3, you are going to get the answer key of worksheet 2. So, please cross-check your work that whether the answers which you have written in worksheet 2 are correct or not. If they are correct, put a small tick with a pencil. And if they are not, if you have made mistake somewhere, you can rectify it. You can correct it. Okay?